This is Season 9, Episode 178 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Sometimes the important thing is not the number of miles you've driven, but what's going on inside your head while driving. The Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast will stimulate your mind and keep you company while on the road. Join us for education, motivation, and inspiration from wherever you may be in our nation. You'll hear roundtable discussions about important information that's impacting our industry. Plus, you'll learn more about new technology, equipment, driving opportunities, safety, and operations. Get driver success and fitness tips to keep you profitable, safe, healthy, as well as entertaining stories from the road. And don't you know, we've all got a few of those. We might be traveling in different directions, but we're all part of one driver community at the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. With your host, trucker Tim Cicciarelli.
Hello, friends, and welcome in to Season 9, Episode 178 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. Tim Cicciarelli here, otherwise known as Trucker Tim, and I sure hope you're staying safe out there as cold weather continues to grip nearly two-thirds of the nation. We'll talk more about that and what that means for you on the road coming up in just a moment. Let me ask you a quick question. When you hear the words truck driver, what picture comes to mind? Because more and more, that picture includes women. And Stevens Transport is proud of it. Stevens values our women drivers, and we're honored to work alongside the women who represent Stevens every single day with professionalism, skill, and pride. So coming up, we're going to share some audio from a local TV story highlighting women in trucking and the growing impact they're making across our industry. We'll also be celebrating a couple of lease completions, each with great stories of their own from behind the miles and the milestones. But first, as I mentioned before, as winter continues to challenge drivers across the country, joining us is Stevens Safety Supervisor Terrence Burgess with timely guidance to keep you safe while you do what you do best on our Stevens Roundtable. It's our Stevens Roundtable, and with the crazy weather that we've been having here in the middle of January, it is time that we bring on a name that you hear a lot here on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast, because this gentleman sends out a safety reminder for our drivers every single week. And I know a lot of drivers probably know a lot of this information, but it certainly doesn't help to get a pretty good reminder. And so that's what we do here on the podcast. I read the emails, but today we are so blessed to be graced with the presence in person, our safety supervisor from Stevens Transport, who sends those emails out every week, Mr. Terrence Burgess. Terrence, good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you too, sir.
You have been a busy bee, I'm sure, as safety supervisor with everything that's been going on with the weather over the last couple of weeks. Last week, we had a severe ice storm and snow coming across the country, really affecting two-thirds of the country. And now it looks like we have snow possibly headed our way again for the second week in a row. What would you like to tell our drivers out there? Something beyond what you would say in the email. How can they prepare for this? And what to do in the event that things might go a little squirrely for them?
The biggest thing is making sure that we're still checking the weather, checking road conditions and road closures, and using your best judgment. Mother Nature does not care about loads or on-time delivery, but we do. Trip planning hardcore, checking the weather, checking road conditions is the key to this time of year.
So last week, Ken Resto was with us, and he said, you're the captain of your own ship, right? So you're the one that has to make the decision whether you move forward or don't move forward. But really, the first thing that you have to consider as a driver is, am I in danger? And if so, you find a safe haven. So what advice would you have for our drivers as they are maybe at that crossroads in their mind? Should I go? Should I not go? What are some of the things that they need to be looking for to tell them to go forth or to stop?
They're unsure. The best thing is to call, the safety department. Get in touch with one of us. Have us check the weather for you. There's no shame or embarrassment on, not being able to, gather all that information, but we have that information. So, it's good to, make that phone call.
And what about with their driver managers as well, too? Of course, they have that phone call that they can make, but their driver managers are also helping them, and a lot of that also comes into play with their trip planning. But sometimes when they trip plan, the weather changes. Like you said, Mother Nature can throw them a curveball at any moment, at any time.
Correct. That's correct. Contacting your driver manager and get them on board, and helping with trip plans, along with, helping check the weather too.
So in your latest email, Terrence, that you sent out, you talk about loss of control. So instead of me reading the emails and putting my own spin on it, we've got it right here from the horse's mouth. So what would you say? And dig a little deeper, if you would, please, more than what you sent out in your email. What would you like to tell our drivers? Let's say, God forbid, they're in the situation where they do lose control. Go ahead and drop some pearls of wisdom on, if you would, please.
So I remind everyone that, that everything is speed related. Before you get to that point to where you might lose control of your vehicle, slow down. That's when, weather comes back into play. Speed related events, just like, jackknife, rollover, running off the road. Before we get to that point, slow down. Know your limitations while you're out there. Number one, make sure that we're not out there to put ourselves in a situation that we could find ourselves, in a jackknife scenario, running off the road scenario. Speed is everything. Again, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but, speed is speed. Again, know your limitations before you find yourself in that situation.
So it's speed, obviously, that they need to be watching, but also distance as well.
Following distance, even downhill speeds, things of that nature.
And how about stopping on shoulders or ramps? What's your advice there?
Don't do it. There's always a better way. The majority of people that, find themselves on the side of the road, there's always a truck stop that either we just passed or there's one right ahead of us. So there's always a better way.
So there are some braking techniques as well, too, in conditions like this.
Correct. Treat that truck like you're have no brakes, or the load of eggs technique, and again, speed is everything. Slow down, take your time. Of course, know where your safe haven is beforehand. And then, of course, Mother Nature, changes quickly. If you find yourself in that situation, go slow, take your time, and, take that exit to the next safe haven. And that way you're safe out there.
That's really what it nets down to is trip planning, safe speed, keep your distance. And if you feel like you or the freight is in danger, you find that safe haven. Terrence Burgess, safety supervisor. Like I said at the top of this interview, he sends out a wonderful reminder email every single week. And we love to pass that along to you. And it's wonderful to have you on with us today, Terrence, especially as we enter yet another week of some precarious conditions out there. Thanks so much for being with us, Terrence. Always good to see you, buddy. And thanks for those reminders every week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now more than ever, truck drivers are true American heroes. The men and women who literally keep America moving by delivering goods across the country. Being a professional driver is a rewarding, financially lucrative, long-term career filled with exciting adventures. A career where you'll never have to worry about job security. If you have your CDL and keep it up, it will sustain you for the long haul. You can see the country, serve your country, and provide a good life for your family. Whether you'd rather haul on a dedicated route or lane, or prefer working with one specific customer, if you want to own your business, we have a program that sets you up for success with all the tools and support you need. We've got opportunities in our intermodal rail division and have programs to help military veterans transition into trucking careers. We have second generations of drivers whose parents have driven for Stevens, who then trained their children and are now truck drivers. Some are even small fleet owners. So, whatever your dream is, you can achieve it right here at Stevens. If you're looking for a company with a 40-plus year track record that's never had a layoff and just had the largest pay increase in company history for both new and experienced drivers, Stevens Transport has you covered. We offer the finest tools and technology and provide our drivers with the best state-of-the-art equipment on the market. Our infrastructure will support you both on and off the road. As a driver for Stevens, you become part of our family. Many companies throw the word family around. We're family-owned, family-run, and family-driven. Our 40-plus years of success is built on family. At Stevens, you're not just a number. Our drivers are part of our extended family, and we recognize and honor them every chance we get. If you want to be among the top income earners among professional drivers, if you want great benefits, if you want to have every type of driving opportunity at your fingertips, if you want to be part of a company that will stand behind you and ensure your success, come join the Stevens Transport family today and become an American hero. So, what are you waiting for? Take the first step toward your future career with the best trucking company in America. Become part of the Stevens Transport family today by calling our recruiting department at 1-800-333-8595 or apply online at stevenstransport.com.
Ever wondered what it's like to drive across the country and get paid to see America's breathtaking landscapes? Welcome to life as a team driver with Stevens Transport. The life of a trucker can sometimes feel solitary, but with team driving, you're never alone. Let's dive into how teaming up with another driver can transform your trucking career. So what exactly is team driving? Simply put, it's when two drivers share the responsibilities of operating the same truck. This allows for continuous travel and efficient delivery. Federal regulations require solo drivers to be off-duty for at least 10 consecutive hours after 11 hours of driving. Team driving, however, maximizes productivity by alternating driving shifts, cutting down on overall trip times. By working in shifts, team drivers can cover over 5,500 miles a week. That's more than double what solo drivers can achieve, leading to more priority loads and higher earnings. Efficiency is key. With two drivers, tasks like loading and unloading become quicker and easier. Plus, you'll earn more per mile. One of the greatest perks? You get to choose your driving partner, whether it's a close friend or a new acquaintance. Having a partner on the road makes those long hauls more enjoyable. And what about rest? Team drivers sleep in comfy bunk beds while the truck is moving, allowing for nearly non-stop travel without sacrificing sleep. Safety is another major advantage. With two drivers, there's an added layer of oversight to ensure committed safety. So, if you're ready to take your trucking career to the next level, consider team driving with Stevens Transport. It's the perfect blend of companionship, efficiency, and increased earnings. Explore the benefits of team driving and start your adventure today with Stevens Transport. Apply now and join a team that drives you to success. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. My name is Tim Cicciarelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. If you wouldn't mind, when you hit your next stop, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever podcast platform you're enjoying it from. We are everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible. If it's a platform with a podcast on it, we are there. And by following the podcast, you'll have a brand new episode waiting for you each and every week as soon as it's released. And if you wouldn't mind, please leave us a review. Tell us what you like about the show and what you'd like changed. We are producing this podcast for you to keep you educated, informed, and hopefully a little entertained as well. Time now for our driver spotlight. We have some audio for you from a video you can find on our Stevens Transport YouTube channel. This is the story of an independent contractor from Atlanta, Georgia, my neck of the woods. He completed his first lease and couldn't be more proud of that accomplishment. He should be. Outside of his lease completion, he enjoys training students because he wants to help future truckers. Here is the story of driver Tyjay Horton.
My name is Tyjay Horton, and I'm an independent contractor. I actually completed a lease, my first lease. Makes me feel accomplished, you know, a sense of accomplishment. I train about 5 students. Feel like I'm helping someone, you know, to help others win. Somebody helped me, so I just want to help others. It makes me feel great that I played a role in the person's success instead of the downfall. You just gotta have some purpose, you know? It's a quote I heard where it say, you work at your job, you make a living, but you work on yourself, you can make a fortune. So I just say work on yourself, get you some goals planned. There ain't nothing that you can't accomplish. Stevens Transport is a good starter company to work for, especially getting started up in the game. As long as you get there on time and do your thing, do all your job duties, you don't have to worry about nobody trying to micromanage you. But the good thing about Stevens is that it's opportunity to grow and to figure out how they work as a business to use it to your own advantage.
Thank you, Tyjay, for sharing your story. We'll have a link to that video in the episode notes. Here is some more audio from a video taken from a local newscast about an event that took place at a driving academy in Columbus, Georgia. 2 women in their final week of training share why they're doing it, why they're becoming drivers. One is for the challenge. One is to finally chase a dream that she put on hold for her kids. If you've ever wondered what that first step looks like, here is the audio, like I said, from a local television news story about women in trucking.
For decades, trucking has been a man's world, but at the Georgia Drivers Academy in Columbus, women are taking the wheel and rewriting the rules.
I'm seeing more and more trucking, women in trucking.
Saturday, the Georgia Drivers Academy hosted a Women in Trucking event, encouraging more women to jump into the industry.
And we'll teach you to maneuver in the truck, so you will physically be in the truck driving. And then we teach you to actually drive on the road, and we test you out.
Instructor LaToya Roberts says it takes 3 weeks to receive a commercial driver's license at the academy.
It brings a sense of empowerment for women.
Ashley Harris and Shanada Petway are in their 3rd week of the course. Both are excited to hit the road soon, each with a different motivation.
I like to challenge myself. I like to try new things, harder things. Travel is for one thing. Just something different, something out of my element.
I actually wanted to start trucking around 2000. My children were still young at home, and I didn't want to leave them in someone else's care. They're very proud of me. They're glad that I am able to take this opportunity now, you know, to pursue my dreams.
Although men have dominated trucking world for years, Harris says she's ready to change that narrative.
It makes you feel like you're stronger as a woman, knowing that you can do something that a man can do, probably even better than what a man could do.
If you want to learn more about becoming a truck driver, we have those details on our website at WTVM.com. In Studio C, Alexis Thornton, WTVM News Leader 9.
Great piece. And speaking of women in trucking, how about we celebrate one of our own as we tip that big 10-gallon Stevens cap in appreciation for a job well done. Congratulations to Destar DeBlanc on her lease completion. This moment is the culmination of every decision that she has made with integrity and every mile driven with a purpose. It really represents the exact point where just working a job officially transforms into owning your own business and owning your future. Destar's tenacity is a masterclass in what it means to finish strong. You haven't just completed a contract to star, you have proven that you have the business mind and the warrior spirit to lead. We are so incredibly proud of you to watch you step into this new chapter of independence and in your career. You didn't just reach the destination to star, you owned the journey. So, congratulations on this massive milestone. Well, there she is. Pump the brakes in episode 178 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio podcast. If you found this podcast because you're searching for a brand new career, please make sure you visit the episode notes. We will have phone numbers and every link possible for you to learn more about Stevens Transport and even schedule a call with one of our recruiters. All the information is in the episode notes. And like we said earlier, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever platform you're enjoying it from and share it with one of your fellow drivers. We sure would appreciate it. And finally, my name is Tim Cicciarelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, be safe out there. And thanks for listening to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.